everyone! We are back here for some more Factorio. So since the last one, this is what I did. I filled out the rest of these oil burners, so our power situation is doing much better. Granted, we're spending a lot of energy on our miners right now, because I also set up 2 more mines. So essentially, I split a line down here, and I built up an iron mine, which is it's getting us iron, as you would expect from an iron mine. And we are getting a stone mine, which is doing exactly what you expect from a stone mine. It's delivering stone and all that is happening, and delivering up to all these things here. And our bus is actually looking a bit full now. So that's very good to see. So the next thing I want to do, starting now, is actually going to be curving the bus, because we can't keep going north, because we didn't scan this, we didn't realize there was an ocean here, and we're going to curve it this way. And I kind of want to plan out that curvature before actually doing the curve. We also need to figure out where we're going to do it, because on one hand we could curve it very soon and just kind of make that here and leave enough room for basic oil stuff, but then actually do actual oil press stuff here. And I want to have this line here, so I still want to have enough space here to have full arrays of things as we go across. And if we look, so I'm thinking let's extend the rail line up and see how far we go, because I want a little bit of space, because oh man, this is going to be a good space to tap for resources, but I don't want to do that quite yet. So let's just go run, and I actually don't know where my train is. Other things I did while I was off, I essentially upped the production at all of the starter places, starter mines, just to just to make sure that this never runs out of mining materials. So everything's being tapped, and our train is down there. Where's our train? Okay, train, go to bus building, please. And we're gonna head on down and head up back to the top and see what we can do. But all of this is working really well. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And yeah, we're gonna just keep at it. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Okay, and we'll go to bus box. So I'm probably just go up here as far as we want and then put a T-junction, because I probably want a line going this way and heading up there. Oops, that was loud. And yeah. So I didn't check to see, okay, I have enough rails. Let us just continue making this rail line up north and see where we actually want to split. Is that actually going to connect you there? Yeah, right. Also, it's so nice having all the nanobot upgrades, because this is so much faster now. Alrighty. So, no, just doing a nice low-key late-night stream, mostly because I want to play some Factorio to unwind from the day, and this is my only game I really have going on right now. I mean, I have a Bob's game, but I don't know, I'd rather work on one game at a time, because otherwise I will just get confused about what I need to be doing. Oh, also, additional power, you're done, we don't need you anymore. Also, the iron and stone mines I forgot to mark as complete. So actually, our next goal is probably going to be bus oil processing, because I like to do that just early on, just before we start actually, we could place them all down, but I want to have, most things we can. Oh, I think we actually don't want that last one, because I think this is about here where we'll want to actually curve it this way. So I'm going to find T-junction, the big T-junction. I like having this bigger one where I can use it. There is a smaller one in this blueprint book, but, this one causes more traffic jams. And this one allows it is a bit smoother of an intersection. Also, just the size of it makes it's a bit easier to run belts through this, if you need to. Alright, so that's going that way. And we will, actually, is that too close? Because we're going to have belts on this side too, and that might be a bit close to all these, because we might want to move it one down. So let's actually just take this step. Thank you, bots, even though we are making you undo your work. But that's the benefit of bots, that we can just like have it do all this. Yeah, let's do it right here, because this will just give us more room to actually do the stuff up there, and that's what I care about. We don't need to let those trees. There is a module we can get eventually that will allow us to essentially have, say, hey, if we're near any trees, mark them for deletion. And we might end up getting that eventually, but not quite yet. I would rather have, let's just be careful and termite these, just because they are kind of in the way. There we go. And these last ones can just get, oh yeah, it's, this is the thing, the termites will start to eat the rails, which is not ideal. And this line here should have more than enough room, and we probably don't need to split off this line until we're like done with the bus. Oops. And this should be good for now. And we'll just plop a radar down at the end of this, just so I can start actually like scanning and stuff. That sounds good. Okay, so let's actually like plan out how we want to curve this bus. We do need to grab more belts, but that's no problem because, well, right here we don't have a train, but we will have a train to get here, so we can run and grab some belts and figure out how we want to do this curve. Because I just want to make sure that have our belts down, and because we're using nanobots already, we can't just say like, hey, use these belts, but don't actually anything else. I'm gonna have termite bots on, so just or wandering through here, take out trees, because oh wow, it's dark. I need night vision. Actually, maybe that's what we should do right now. I think we should. We got this alloy armor a little bit ago. Let's fill out this alloy armor. So let's just get night vision. Let's get belt immunity, and really that's all you can really fit on the normal light armor. It's just like, yeah, you can fit one pair of like legs, but you can't maintain it 24/7, and it's just kind of slow. So the components we need is we need one belt immunity, which is just some advanced circuits. That's easy enough. We're gonna get perfect night vision because this isn't that afraid of the dark gives, and just because I am doing this, it's a visual thing that I'm doing. It is beneficial to have that. So let us grab just some advanced circuits, and let's craft yourself one belt immunity, and we need some steel. Belt immunity means that it'll take power to have us not move along these belts, which is honestly something I really appreciate. Oops, I already made the belt immunity. I need you. So next we need solar panels and personal batteries. So solar panels, we're just missing copper. So we can just grab some copper. And on this here, so each of these modules takes up so much space, and we can put you here, and we're gonna put you here. And I'm probably gonna get like, let's do like 5 batteries, and then we'll fill out 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 solar panels. You can do exact ratios and stuff, but I don't usually bother. And I think we need more steel again. Let's grab all those. And for the personal batteries, we can't make, because we don't actually make batteries yet, which is kind of an important part of batteries. So let's figure out how we're gonna do that in a second. What was I looking for? I was looking for more steel. Right. So for batteries, so what do we need to make batteries? We need sulfuric acid and iron and copper. Sulfuric acid we make with iron, sulfur, and water. So we need to get an iron and copper line, like down over here where we're doing all this stuff, and it's a mess, but well. So we're gonna grab it from here, grab you, gonna grab you, and you're gonna come down here, and you're gonna come down here, and we'll bring you over. Actually, that's a bad place to do that. Oh, there was an iron copper line right there already, but oh well. Does this work here? Yeah, that'll probably be fine. Alright, so we don't need to make a ton of batteries. Like, we don't need a full machine, so let's just get a couple chemical plants. And we are starting to get some purple solar panels, and we don't have any batteries, which means that it won't, they won't all charge, but during the day, it will charge our belt immunity and thing, because these have small internal buffers, but it's not enough. Like, during the day, we won't walk because we're currently getting power, but we can't store that much power, which is a problem. And we need those batteries for during the night. Alright, so we got our 2 chemical plants. Alright, so we're just gonna have 1 chemical plant like this, 1 chemical plant like this. This is going to be sulfuric acid, and you are going to be batteries. Okay, so you're gonna make sulfuric acid, and we'll just have you come across here. We'll just do a simple machine thing like that. We need water, which, do we have any, do we have a water well? Yeah, we have water well right there. So let's, do, is there a good place to put this? Nope. Do, and it's gonna be super ugly, but we don't care. Because this whole place is ugly, and, yeah, actually, let's just, there we go. And, alright, so you're there. Let's just add you there. And you need copper and iron, you need copper and sulfur. Make sulfur right there. Let's just, doot. You could come around here. And we'll say, hey, inserter. Actually, inserter, pick up from here, drop off there. And I just need iron and copper. And we're gonna say, hey, you pick up, you pick up. And we'll make just a little box here. We'll say, hey, we just need a stack of batteries. And batteries take a little bit of time to make, but hey, we're making batteries. Okay, so we're making batteries now, and that's cool. How many batteries do we need for each? And we said we're making 5 battery packs. So each battery requires 5 batteries, so we need 25 of these guys. Yep, grab some more steel. Yeah, just start. We can start making them. Oops, not another belt mini. That's not what we need. We just need batteries. And this will begin to fill up with energy. And we see we have a little icon right here, which will show our actual internal battery capacity. And this will continue up, and we'll get the rest. Well, let's get one more because it's right here. And we'll come back and build the last 2 later. And let's add to this to-do list because otherwise I will forget. And finish our modular armor. Cool. And all these modules we can take out, so when we upgrade our armor, we don't have to remake any of these. But that'll be nice. It'll give us some, it'll give us belt immunity, and it'll help us see in the dark, which is very important. So I'm actually just gonna take all belts, and be very greedy, and be a belt hog. And we're gonna head up and just gonna head up to bus oil. Oop. I am so sorry about that. That happens. Went to Pagliacci's. It was delicious. Because Pagliacci's is like my favorite pizza place. If you're ever up in the Salem area, you should definitely check out Pagliacci's. It's very good. It's a local chain. Okay, so I'm actually not gonna. I'm gonna do a little cheeky thing here, where I go like this, and don't actually do that here. And I'm wondering, it said oil's gonna be right here. Let's actually do gears too. But I'm not gonna actually set up here. So actually, let's set up gears real quick. Let's say we're not doing oil processing, we are doing gears. And we will say, hey, this isn't what we're doing right now. We're doing gears. So gears are super easy to build. And I just want to do gears because we have it set up here. And so gears, you just put in iron, you get out gears, obviously. So let's figure out where our line is here. There's not quite enough space to do it in here, so I'm just gonna do this on the other side. And we'll have you just come here, and we'll build right over this coal patch because who cares? So we want to make gears. So we want to make one yellow belt of gears for each of these. So one yellow belt of gears, if you look at this, so we need 15 items per second. 15 gears per second is every half second it makes one gear, but that requires 2 belts. So we need to have 2 belts input to get 1 belt output. So each one makes half a second. So each gear maker needs theoretically actually we should look at FNEI because that's a better way to do it. So if we look at gear, because this one will adjust it for the actual crafting time of the machine, and this is a crafting speed of 1.25. So every half second it makes, so every 6.677 seconds it will make, wait, what? Crafting speed of, okay, yeah. We don't actually get a crafting speed of 1. But okay, so 6.7, yeah, every 2 1/3 seconds it makes 1 gear. And if you could look at a calculator and you do math, which is we need 15 divided by 0.67. We need about wait, no, that's wrong. I know how to do math. So 15 times 0.67. So we need just over 10. So we're gonna have 12 of these. So we're gonna put you there, and so that'll be 6, and we'll have 6 on the other side, and we'll have an output line here. And you're gonna come in. You're gonna take out, and it'll put into the things, and we'll just say you, and you're gonna go in, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And this will be enough to make a full belt worth of iron gears. And obviously when we go to higher tier belts, we'll get more assembly trains, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And that is everything. So we're going to grab you, and we're going to say, hey, do that again. Because we want 2 lines. And actually, I'm going to say I want 2 spaces because the way I take off material off these belts, I like this a little bit better. Right, basic player mining speed is done. So let's do... It gives us logistic warehouses this early? Wow, without even having bots researched. That's not actually that useful for us. Sure, lawnmower. Right, so I'm actually going to bring up the secondary belt so that this second line of iron is almost entirely for gears. That is its purpose. So let us start grabbing gears off of it. So we need gears here. Also, we need power here. And like I said, since each gear requires 2 iron, we need to have twice as many inputs as we do outputs. Lawnmower's finished. Let us do, sure, flammables. And I have considered changing this to being like, hey, the second column of iron just goes directly into making gears for us. But, I don't know. I might change that in the future. Who knows? Just that here just so we know where our coming off of. And let us set up where the gears are going to real quick, because I like to have the final location set up. And you can all extend out to where the rest of them are. I could have bots do this, but it's a waste of nanobots to have it do straight belts, so I don't bother. Alright, and okay, so now we'll come in here and then come out there, and then we'll have this one come over and in, and up. Alrighty. So that's gonna do it. So let's grab the stuff. And I usually grab the gear stuff from the second line, just because the first one is usually what the iron, any other thing that needs iron is using. And I'll set it to actually push the entire line of iron to there. Actually, yeah, because like these are prioritized specifically for gears, so it doesn't need to actually push them elsewhere. And you see, this will also start nicely, like, the way it prioritizes it will mean that, like, it'll use entirely, like, the actual, like, prioritized belts that we want it to do. So, it is actually using, like, the full capacity of most of the belts. And, plumbing out lots of gears for us. Which is exactly what we want. Alrighty, so let's just get advanced walls, I guess. Don't really care about that. We'll grab you because we'll want you eventually, and we're running out of blue science things. Clue explosives because we're not using clue explosives. Might as well. Alright, so getting the gears. That's what we want. Also, we have belt immunity, so we aren't moved when we're standing on belts. Like, it does cost us power, but it's like the power in our suit is completely free. Yeah. Right, so I'm actually going to take up a line and figure out how we're going to do this curve. Yeah. This one thing is actually, we might not want to do any of the oil products that require putting new items onto the belt, just because we don't want, because we're going to start putting things on this side of the rails, and we might want to not do that until we actually have done the curve. Okay, so you're here, and you're going to end up here. So we need to figure out how we're going to manage this little curve section. And we might end up having to like do like a weird twisty thing, but essentially we need to have this line get into this. And like for some of them, and like likewise we have 1, 2, 3, wait, how many did we have? Oh, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this needs to all be linked up. Oh, and that's also way too high. That's most of these will actually be curving already. So yeah, let's how are we gonna do this? Yeah, let's actually just have it do like a little, we'll do like a little a dumb little, so we'll have it come over like this and come over here, and this whole thing will just go on like that. And just have it continue like this. And you'll go like that. And it looks kind of dumb, but it's better than just like having a really awkward crisscross of belts. Alright, so that is fancy and weird. But it's just because we want this T-junction here. We messed something up. Nope. Like, there we go. Because we want that T-junction here. Like, if we wanted to just be like this curve, we could have it like curve out and around and like do like a nice thing and have it just be a corner. But this will be fine. It'll look neat on the final thing. So let's just pull this down and we'll just grab the next one and we'll fill them in after we're done with actually making sure it all looks fine. Oops, you're not supposed to go yet. Nope, bad steal. And we're just gonna do the same thing. Like, so let's actually like make a little blueprint of this. Well, not a blueprint, but like a thing we can copy. A temporary blueprint of okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if this will even work, because we might actually run into a situation where we don't actually have space to curve some of them. Well, that's future Lily's problem. And by future Lily, I mean like very near future Lily's problem, so maybe I shouldn't be pushing this off to near future Lily, but near future Lily can fend for herself. Alright. Oh, that's actually too far. That's not what we want. We want 1, 2, 4. Okay. And cool, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this curve part we're not going to actually grab stuff from, because it's just we're not just grabbing up. It's like there's not going to be anything in this area, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the actual finish point, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And all that might be too close, but yeah. Yep, and you're gonna go like you. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, and yeah, so that will be all 6, and it all should curve properly, and we just gotta actually just place all of these belts, so that's gonna be exciting. And this is one where I'm actually gonna have my because we're doing enough of them, I'm gonna have my bots help me. Well, let's even out the ending part here real quick, just so we find the belts here. And just confirming this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, sorry about the background noise. The rest of my family is very loud. Well, that's fine. I made the conscious decision to stream when it was evening and people around, but you know what? I need to veg, and this is a good way for me too. Alright, let's just grab 3 of these, because, I mean, 2 6s. And just go to here, and then... Alright. So I'm just gonna run by here, because we're gonna run out of belts very quickly. And we gotta go pick up more. But that's essentially how the bus curve will go. And it looks a little awkward from the top, but that'll be a lot better. We're not gonna run into water, and we can actually get going. Also, gears we actually finished, so gears is done. We'll figure out what we're gonna do in a bit. Oh, we actually ran out of nanobots first. Let's just quickly use up our belts.
Okay, good. I'm enjoying this.
Okay, cool. And yeah. Also, let's mark you on the mark this here on the map so we can remember where our gears are. So this is gears. All right. Nope, too far. Alright, and yep, back to the terminal. And like, yeah, we're gonna start oil here, but like, this is still sure enough that like, we're not gonna have run or pressure issues moving it just like past the gears here. And we are gonna run it nice enough that the gears won't matter. And actually, we probably want to push out most of our places a bit further out just so we have room to be running with fluids. That said, this doesn't really matter. Gears is just here because that's like a fundamental thing that we want coming onto the belt early. I wanted belts on that side. It's like kind of like weird compared to the other things to have on that side of the belt, but gears are just so common that I allow them to be like the one crafted item on that side of the belt. I do need more loaders, but even though it's not like immediate need. We're just gonna want to hold a lot of undergrounds on us from now on, because it's just when we're taking items on and off the belt, it requires a lot of those things. So let's grab back to bustle oil. Oh shoot, I forgot. No, go back to starter mall. Oh, it's gonna go all the way up. Okay. Well, I guess we're just going to bus oil and gonna finish all these off by hand. Also, we can see so much better now that we have night vision. Because it's in the middle of the night. Without this armor, it's pitch black. I'm not gonna take it off because then it will lose all of its charge. I guess I could just take off all the night goggles. This is how it is without night vision. With night vision, oh, it's so much better. And like normal night vision is like slightly worse, but I just go with the perfect just because it's I'm using that mod, so I'm gonna use its pieces. And just gonna go all the way up and all the way back. Nope, we're not actually connected up there. Cool. And all the way back down. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I know what I'm doing. That's, what I'm doing is ruining this and not doing it right. Okay, we're done with research, and we are running very low on the things we actually can research. Like, we can get some blue stuff, and like getting like insert capacity bonus actually isn't the worst idea. Electric furnaces actually just, it doesn't sound the worst, but like we're not going to change over our smelting columns, because our smelting columns just don't fit these, so we can't upgrade them. Sure, gates. That sounds good. Not that we're going to use gates, really, unless we want to do it for aesthetic purposes. Which I might. I like walling off my outposts. I think it looks nice. Alright, and we'll just commit this. And like I said, I'm like... if we weren't actually doing stuff on these lines immediately after this, I'd probably be like, hey, I'll finish these lines off camera. But actually, having an analyst help us would be nice, but we're gonna have to wait to like finish like building a lot of these anyway, so let's just like you are a tree. Yeah. And just gonna go and paint all these lines. And this is a lot with the buses, and it's like using a bus requires a lot more belt than just like a spaghetti base, and like, but it just everything being way more organized just eliminates a lot of headache, and it allows you to just, yeah, you can do setups that are more efficient, but you have to be much more conscientious of where everything is. Like, we don't have to think about where each piece of our outpost is going to be and things like that when we're running a bus, because like on a bus we don't care, everything's going to be everywhere, and that's what we care about, even if we're using a little bit more belt than normal. Oh, and back up this way. Okay. I can't wait till I have speed improvements. Do 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 do. And back down. And we keep going. Alright, so after this we're actually going to do oil processing, and we're going to do all of it. We're going to do just set up oil processing, set circuit enabled cracking. We'll set up lubricant, sulfuric acid, sulfur. We don't, since they changed to oil, we will not need to add solid fuel to the belt, to the bus, but we will need sulfur to the bus. And I'm probably gonna have a dedicated sulfur place and then a dedicated sulfuric acid, which makes its own sulfur. Just because, yeah. So there's only one thing we actually need sulfur for, so we'll calculate actually how much. Yeah, I probably won't bother with that and just make a ton. I don't do a lot of math on the except for science, like bus science. I don't do a lot of math. Like, it's just, I'll build enough, and if I need to, I'll just increase production, because this is more of like a place for just kind of like getting it done, get it make some of something just to get ready, because this is essentially our factory and like our setup that allow us to actually really ramp up production of everything. And like eventually at some point, like once we actually like have an proper iron smelting outpost, like we'll probably like tear up those iron lines and just replace it with dropping off iron directly where we're currently dropping off iron ore. And we're out of belts, so we're gonna run back. And we're almost out of green science we can research, so let's just grab some more green science stuff. And we'll just grab a few more belts, finish grabbing our ammo, or not ammo, but like our nanobots. And we'll head back to the thermal and see what we're doing. Okay, grab you. And actually, about 1,000 belts is probably what we need. Probably need a few more, but this will finish it off. Okay, and we'll go back to bus oil. And now we are stuck behind another train. What train is it? Oh no, it was an iron train for our steel line. And we'll head off. And there we are, and we can send all of this along its way. Yeah, and hey, produced 1 million electrical circuits. We should actually see this line completely almost dry up because it should be pushing 4 lines of iron right into the new gears it's producing. So we should be almost seeing this completely dry up, or if not that, just like a small trickle. And there we go. And that's a lot more resources. And yeah, so we're gonna close out the episode here. And next time we're going to be setting up our oil processing right around here. All right, I will see you then. All right, bye.